Hey, welcome to your May monthly Feng Shui forecast, where we look at the Feng Shui energies of the month and I share with you how you can capitalize on using the energy coming to your space to create an amazing month, to create so much progress in your life. These forecasts are all about using time and energy to your advantage. Energy, Feng Shui, manifesting, they're always happening. Manifesting is your subconscious thoughts and feelings coming to life. So it's important to make sure that your thoughts and intentions are positive and thinking about what you actually want. Feng Shui helps you be present in your space. It helps you see what energy is coming in. So how can I think positive, because I can take control and use this energy in my space to make my life better. It helps you be present and, again, connect with your space. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to use the different energies to help you manifest your goals this month. This is exactly how classical Feng Shui works. Good Feng Shui isn't dependent on how pretty your house is. Certainly flow and aesthetics are important, but they do help, but it's much more about finding the good energy in your home and using it to your advantage. I'm Jeanette Sizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant. Every month, every day, I'm helping the motivated, the successful, and the inspired use Feng Shui, harness the energy in their space. They've optimized all the other areas of their life. Now they're optimizing the energy of their space to transform a life that they maybe just tolerate into one they absolutely treasure. And that's what I'm going to help you today with this monthly forecast. This is the May Lo Shu. The Lo Shu is what classical Feng Shui consultants use to calculate energy, assess it, and observe where energy is traveling. Let me pull up some notes here, because also for you new people, I could just sit here and talk, but I have notes so that I stay efficient and on point. Getting right into it, to use the energy to your advantage this month, you have to know where you want to go. If you don't know where you want to go, the energy is just going to start doing its thing, and opportunities that don't look like opportunities are just going to pass you by. A lot of Feng Shui and getting results from Feng Shui is being aware of synchronicities, being aware of what's going on around you. Otherwise, you Feng Shui and then something happens and you don't see it as the opportunity. You bump into somebody, you meet somebody at the grocery store, you sit next to somebody on the airplane. This just happened to a client of mine, sitting by somebody on the airplane. They strike up a conversation about a similar course that they've been in. And I said, well, did you connect with them? Did you swap your information to stay in touch? This is a serendipitous moment at its finest, that you're sitting next to each other on this airplane of all places. Nope. Forgot. Take advantage of all of these moments, and when you see everything as an opportunity, you will see more and more opportunities. Last month I asked you, what is one goal you have for the month of April that if you accomplished it, you'd be proud of? Do you remember your goal, and did you accomplish it? Comment below. I really want to hear, and everybody else in this community wants to hear. Did you accomplish the goal you set? Remember, I've said if you do these Feng Shui forecasts every month, by the end of 2022, your life will be so different. You don't even have to work with me. You don't even have to work with me one-on-one. I put so much into these monthly forecasts that I really want you to take advantage of them. Take advantage of these monthly forecasts and treat them like a free coaching call. We are going through, I don't know the specific energy in your home. That's what comes with a Feng Shui consultation. But I do know what is coming monthly and annually, and how you can take advantage of this monthly and annual energy to your advantage. So you take advantage of this free content, use it to your advantage, and change your life. Okay, getting back into it, what do you want the energy to help you with this month? So buzzword of the century, change. This month is a clash month. The month of May is a clash month with the year. But let me reassure you, because I'm sure you dabble in a few different forecasts, or maybe read some zodiacs and some horoscopes. Clash just means change. It just means change. And I know that we're all kind of like over change, but ultimately change is very good change helps us progress. Humans need progress to feel good. They want happiness, they want love, and they want progress and growth. It's proven, it's science, it's in all the books. So change helps us get that growth. And what we can do with these feng shui forecasts is we can be in control of that change. There's obviously still, we're not God, there's still things outside of us, but it gives us a little bit more tangibility. Personally, I love control. I'm working on surrendering even more, but I love feng shui because it makes me feel a little bit more in control of my life. And so especially in these months of clash, when you know that the energy of the month is going to push for change, it's a good thing. There's some things that need to be changed, right? So we use that to our advantage. We don't fight it, and we don't let the energy of the month decide what's going to change. We take control and change something in our life first. So let's use this change energy to our advantage, and comment in the comments below to really lock in your intention. And stick with me, because actually at the end, I always give an action item. Remember, I'm treating these like a free coaching call for you. I have an action item for you to take to do for this month, and it helps you implement a little bit of change, fun change. So stick with me to the end so you can get your action item. Now let's look at the energies of May to see which directions and energies support your goal and intention that you just commented in the comment section. I always get, you know me, I always get the negative energy out of the way first. Once again, for the rest of this series, just remember this. I am not in control of this laser pointer. That thing moves and does its own thing. I don't know. It distracts me. Hopefully you can stay focused and hear what I say. So the area to stay away from during the month of May, again, it's not negative. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just not the area to use for deep conversations, important phone calls. It's not a good area to spend time in if you're sick. Generally, the least helpful direction of this month is sitting over here in the southwest. We have 5-2, just creates a little bit of disruption, and we want control. We want smooth. So let's not be using that energy. Do your best to spend less time here and use different doors if you can. So if your front door is here, try using a different door. If not, then we also can put your set of 6 metal coins in this direction. The 6 metal coins, so the energy coming in is earth, and in the elemental cycle, metal suppresses earth. So as you begin the month, place the set of 6 metal coins here, and don't worry about it. Even if you have to use it, don't worry about it. 5, it can also be seen as like an emperor, as taking like really massive control over your life. So you might just work a little harder this month and use all that energy that's going to push you and drive you, if you cannot avoid the 5. If you can, use other areas. The next 3 that I'm going to share with you that are a little bit smoother, a little bit easier, a little more supportive and productive. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the fun stuff. I'm only going to touch on a few that I think are the top 3 most usable. It doesn't mean you have to avoid the other areas or that they are bad. I'm just helping you focus your energy and be strategic, because focused action taking is efficient. When we try to do too many things at once, when we try to get all these things done at once, it's not efficient. We want to compartmentalize the next steps, use specific energies to get specific things done. So focused action taking is efficient. I actually also want to share this. I feel like this is probably a good time to share this. I was listening to Ed Milet's podcast this morning, as I typically do. Self-development, something is always playing in this house. And I loved, as you know, if you're still thinking about this clash month, I love what he said. This was before, I don't know what year he posted the podcast episode I listened to, but he said the amount of success, he said something like this: the amount of success you have is directly proportionate to the amount of uncertainty you can handle. So if you're still sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, clash month, change, that's so scary. First of all, that's your nervous system talking, and you need to do some breath work sessions to release some of that fear, because I know exactly that like feeling. Get rid of that. Then remember this: directly, the amount of success you have is directly proportionate to the amount of uncertainty you can handle. Let's reframe change and think of it as an exciting thing. Okay, so I'm more successful if I can handle this. I'm going to start looking forward to uncertainty. I'm going to start looking forward to change. He made a really good point that athletes or like your wedding day, or before you ask out your first girlfriend, all those times are uncertain, and how exciting our roller coasters are uncertain, and how exciting when it all goes right. It's so true. So we know this is all going to go right. We all know that we are guided in divine timing. God's got our back. Let's just get excited about this change and know that the more uncertainty and more change we can handle, the more successful we're going to be. So let's get pumped about it and use these directions to our advantage. There's a really cool theme that may help you shape your intentions you have. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I don't really know the intentions just yet of this month, totally okay. Because at the end, you'll see how these 3 sections I point out today actually kind of have a general theme. It might help you shape the intention you want. So this is kind of how Feng Shui works. You adjust your priorities to what aligns with the most helpful energy of the month. See if you pick up on the theme before I mention it at the end. This direction here in the northwest for this month, this one's for the disruptors, the people who are really ready to make a change. If you are mid-tier in your business, in your career, and if you know you can make some phenomenal changes, if you have some really good ideas, this is a direction to execute a proposal, at least creating it in your office. This energy helps form new ways of doing things and making a huge difference with the idea. So that is our northwest energy 9-6. It sounds vague, but once combined with the other directions, you're going to see the big picture of how all these energies work together. And also, sometimes I say these things are vague because so many different people are watching these, and it is going to resonate with everybody differently. So just know this is, if you've been sitting on an idea, you'll know. If you know, you'll know. If you've been sitting on a big idea and you really want to change how a system is run, this is the direction to kind of hone in on that idea. Next, we have the South. Second best, the South. When these ideas come together, it's called, or when these energies come together here in the South, 3-9, it's called birth of an intelligent son. So actually, in the traditional sense, 3,000, 5,000 years ago, when BaZi and Feng Shui and all of that was created, they actually did say, this energy combination is great for getting pregnant. Unrelated to business, usually I'm talking to people about business and money and success part of their life. But hey, if you are trying to get pregnant, go for it. This is a great direction to take action and get some action in with the intention of getting pregnant and see what happens. Talk to me in a few months. But in modern day terms, it does not mean that everyone's going to get pregnant. But in modern day terms, it means you will have the opportunity to birth creative ideas and happy events. 3 is wood. The wood energy here, it's growth, it's change, it's forward moving, and it supports happy events. 9 is our happy events. It's good news, it's relationships, it's inspiration. And 9 is fire. So we have wood supporting fire here. Beautiful energy. What a great direction to be journaling, brainstorming, and game planning in if you are looking for some ahas, if you're looking for some growth aha moments, but also a great direction and to be celebrating small wins. It is so important to celebrate all of your wins. How often are you celebrating the small stuff? This kind of goes back to what I was saying a few minutes ago with seeing everything as an opportunity. Feng Shui helps you become present and helps you look at everything and really appreciate every single moment, because you're like, was that my Feng Shui? Is this the serendipitous moment that Feng Shui is bringing me? And you start to appreciate every single thing. And when your reticular activating system notices small wins, it will create more wins, and those wins get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you don't know what the reticular activating system is, another conversation for another day. But I have a feeling if you're motivated, successful, and inspired, like the people I'm helping daily, you know what that is. You know what you're looking out for. How many of you feel uncomfortable for celebrating these small wins? You're like, nobody did that growing up. I didn't never see that as an example. What does that look like? I don't really get it. So many of us were raised with the concept that if you aren't working hard, you aren't important, you won't be successful. And unfortunately, what this being important and working hard has translated into is simply just looking stressed. More and more people, they're not working efficiently. They're not working hard. They're just looking stressed to feel important. We have over time linked together this feeling of stress with I must be important, I must have a lot to do. How many of you look around your office and you see Jim running around stressed out, and you're like, wow, he must have a lot of projects. I'm not that stressed out. I must not have a lot of projects. He looks so important. He has so much on his mind. I'm not that worried about things. I'm not that worried about things does not mean you are less important or you have less success or less going on. Compare your numbers to Jim's numbers. You actually have to look at the performance and the results. But being more stressed out, not celebrating your small wins, going about life in a happy way does not make you less than. And I think that's an important thing that we need to rewire and we need to relearn. Being stressed out does not equal more results, more money, or more importance. There are plenty of people, there's plenty of billionaires that are bad, stressed out, hate their life, but there are plenty of billionaires that are slow and take their time and appreciate even the small wins. Many of us, we were not raised that you can be happy, celebrate small wins, and be important at the same time. It was drilled into us that if we're happy and celebrating, we weren't worried and we weren't being productive we weren't worried about the next sale or the importance of something, which is false. Just because we're not worried, just because we're not stressed out does not mean we do not care. And I think that's a very important message to remember, especially just with all change and with some things going on, people, it is okay to be happy while also caring. It is possible to do both. So actually, happiness, joy, and celebration fuel clarity. Stress clouds judgment. So the more stressed out you are, I'll say it again, the more stressed out you are does not equal the more importance, does not equal the more wins or the more success. Actually, happiness, joy, and celebration are going to clear your mind for the next opportunities. Being present in the moment and appreciative and grateful and seeing every single opportunity or seeing every moment as an opportunity. You can only see those if you're happy and clear and calm. Stress, judgment and all of that, it clouds. Stress clouds the judgment. It will cloud you from seeing all those opportunities coming your way. So as you use this direction of fire, fun, and hope, be happy. Now, I know somebody's going to say, oh, toxic positivity, you can't tell me to be happy. The point is, try and splash in moments of choosing to be happy. We choose our emotions. Choose to be happy 5 minutes a day. Can you do that? And use what that will do is the wood energy with its growth and creativity will come to you more easily. You will start to see these opportunities. Lastly, I think the direction that takes the cake this month is the north. In the north, we have 4-1 coming together. This is a really beautiful combination. The 4 is wood and creativity as well. It's learning, it's beauty, it's academics, it's studying. 1, water supports the wood and its nobility, helpfulness, wisdom, clarity. Together, you can really gain some clarity on next steps to take in your business, in your potential, or in your personal life, in your emotional fitness. Use this direction to gain that clarity, that again, the next steps and the wisdom for what's next in your business that you need, what's next in your career, in your life that you need. This is that creativity and clarity, specifically though for learning something, for connecting dots, gaining that wisdom, maybe gaining a mentor as well. This is also really good for fashion industry people, for artists. This is a great direction and inspiration for you because again, 4 is beauty, it's art. That 4 really fuels those industries. So in the south, the north, and the northwest, did you notice the theme that these directions have? What did they all sort of have in common, and how is that going to formulate or hone in the intention that you choose, the way you use change to your advantage in your business and your life this month of May? If you haven't figured it out just yet, I'm about to share it with you. First, remember the why behind the objects and the power of intention. So in these new monthly forecasts, I'm focusing on how you can proactively use the energy to your advantage. It's not just about placing an object, crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. We want to journal in these areas with intention. We want to use these spaces with intention. Be present to how your home is supporting you. If you're in the south, or I already forgot which one was the 4-1. In that 4-1, if that's clarity, if that's wisdom, if that's creativity, no placing of an object is going to do anything there. You have to take the moment to sit, be still, be calm, open the windows, breathe in, and write down the inspiration that comes to you. So this is really using energy to your advantage. Give your space attention with intention. It's time to stop living life just waiting for the next thing to happen. So in these clash months, this is where people who don't actively take change, don't actively make change, that's why people don't like clash months, because they're like, oh, I was forced into change. I was forced into something happening. Life's always happening for you and not to you. And sometimes it just kicks you into it a little bit if you haven't proactively taken charge. But everybody here watching this, you're proactively taking charge with the energy in your space. So congratulations and good for you. That leads for a more inflow, smoother life. That's how we use Feng Shui to have more balanced inflow, pleasant inflow life. So did you catch the major theme here? Yes, it's a clash month and there is change, but if you look at the north, south, and northwest, here it is. Look at all of the creative breakthroughs that you can have. This is good change that up levels you. Creative, inspired change is beautiful. As we do every month, let's recap. How did last month's action item go? So last month, did you take the action item that I gave you was think of the next 3 steps that would help you accomplish your goal and take those next 3 steps. This is very important. Look at why it's important to do last month. Because now, look, we are in this month of change. So guess what? If change is happening and you took 3 steps that got you closer to your goal, and now this energy of change is coming, you have just set yourself up by getting those things accomplished and done. You have just set yourself up for change to 10x rather than to get you 10 steps ahead rather than 1 step ahead, because you already accomplished all of those 3 things that you said you would. So this is how every month the energy stacks, every day the energy stacks. This is the power of being present and using energy to your advantage. I cannot stress it enough how wonderful and exciting having these tools are in your life, and you are going to be just blown away and so proud of yourself when you look at December compared to February, or I guess February to February, January to February, when you compare the progress you made over this year, even month to month, if you've been doing these. Aren't you so glad you got those 3 action steps out of the way? So this month's action item in the theme of change, I have a fun thing for you to try. Again, maybe you heard that, oh, I can't change anything else in my life. So here's a fun thing that you can do. It's inspired by Jim Quick. So this book right here, this book, Limitless by Jim Quick. It's upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life. I read this book. It's so good. So this action item this month is inspired by him. He uses his non-dominant hand to brush his teeth every morning. And let me tell you, this makes such a huge difference. I want to read a little bit. I don't know the exact page, but I wrote down some notes here from this book. So Jim Quick activates different parts of his brain. As your body moves, your brain grooves. What does that mean in layman's terms? Using your non-dominant hand supports your brain neural connections and even develops new ones. So when you are doing the same thing over and over and over again, think about how you drive to work every day and you can just drive subconsciously. You're not even present for a lot of it, which is kind of scary. But it's so ingrained in your brain. The grooves in your brain know exactly how to get you to work with barely even thinking about it. When you brush your teeth, I'm left-handed, I brush my teeth with my left hand. That's just like, it's a no-brainer. You're thinking about other things. But what happens when you use your non-dominant hand? If I were to use my right hand, it creates new neural pathways in your brain. It creates new grooves in your brain. And when we activate different parts of our brain, we tap into different feelings. We tap into different possibilities. We tap into different inspiration channels. We open up more of our brain that we're not using. You have better ideas. You have more ideas. So this is a really great aligned action item for you to do this month. If the month wants us to change something, why not start with just simply using your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth every morning 30 days. We'll check back in at the monthly forecast for next month, and I'll ask you, and I know you're going to have all of these like, wow, my brain felt more awake in the morning. You will also wake up faster. Your memory will be better. You will see so many fun new adaptations and growth from using your opposite hand, which might surprise you that this simple change, but that's how easy it is. Feng Shui, we change a little bit here and there. With our daily thoughts, we change a little bit here and there. We change how we brush our teeth. It's all these little changes that create big change. It's not super complicated. That's our May forecast, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and joining in. Like this video if you liked it even just a little bit. Hit that subscribe bell, because can't you tell all of this, if you use these as free coaching calls every month, can't you already see how your life's going to be transformed? We're talking about new neural pathways in your brain. This is so much bigger than Feng Shui. We're really transforming your life every month. So subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're alerted, and participate and come along for the ride. And comment below that intention. Stick with us, and I will see you next month. And I will see you next Saturday with the new video.